DranBrave, the first CX Bay, the Beyblade that was supposed to revolutionize Beyblade X. But now that DranBrave is in the hands of almost every single blader, the real question is, was it even worth it? Does DranBrave live up to the hype that it was so endured through the last 2 months before its release? And today, we're gonna figure that out. Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals, Bibba here, and welcome back to BreakingBeys. And today, we're going to take a look at DranBrave, as I said. Today, we're going to look at its parts, its meta significance, and should you buy it? Is it a bang for your buck? So let's get on to the video. Now, DranBrave is part of the newest line in Beyblade X. This is called the CX line. The CX line, let me show you, has our blade, but unlike a UX Bay or a BX Bay, CX is divided into 3 different parts. So we have the lock chip, main blade, which is your main contact, and the assist blade. Assist blades are supposed to assist the main blade, and the lock chip determines your avatar and how tight your bay locks together. Now, what seems to be the problem with DranBrave? Well, here's the thing. DranBrave is extremely tall. As you can see, let's bring out Tyranno Beat on 560 Rush. DranBrave acts almost like a 60 height. Well, no, an 80 height bay, because it has the assist blade. The assist blade adds up at least 2 millimeters. So if you're at 60 height and you don't have a low bit, you're basically at 80 height for CX. Now, why is that so much of an issue? Well, for Beyblade X, a lot of bays right now are prioritized on being low height. So low height can help get under the opponents, get bursts, destabilize, or just knock out. So this is hurt even more by the assist blade. So the assist blade is fully plastic, and plastic on metal contact hasn't been the best at all in like Beyblade, its history. So that's the main thing that kind of hurts DranBrave, which makes me kind of sad because this bay looks gorgeous. Like, I could like put some really good lighting on this and you'd call me a photographer. Now, on to the other things. We're going to look at the other parts. So, our next part is the 660 ratchet. The 660 ratchet is, as the name suggests, a 6-sided ratchet with a 60 height. So, I have done testings to see if it's better than like 960 or like 560, but I think it's sort of a middle ground, really, because 660 isn't as heavy as 560, but it isn't as light as like 960. So I find it as a good middle ground, and I like using it a lot for stamina, because I've done like mirror matches and like 660 versus 360 on like Scythe, and they're about the same. So if you don't want to use 360, or you don't want to waste 360 on like another bay, use 660. I think this is a really good part. Now, let's put all this stuff to the side, and let's talk about one more thing. The cyclone bit. The vortex bit. Vortex is a right spin version of cyclone with the sort of star going the other way than cyclone. While cyclone may go, well, it has the same diameter as rush. Here's rush, for example. Vortex is slightly bigger, more of a flat diameter. Now, from my testings, I see this bit as sort of the better gear flat, because it has the speed of gear flat, but it's much, much easier to control. So I think the bit and the ratchet are very, very worthy of buying the bay. But that isn't all. We've only been talking about, oh, how good is the ratchet and the bit. We've only been talking about the negatives about poor DranBrave. So we're gonna talk about the positives about DranBrave. Now, the positives of DranBrave is its heavy weight, as it outweighs Buster with 36 grams, and this is 37, almost touching 38. So that is a very good weight, very healthy weight for an attack type. And these blades, I think they're a lot better than the drawn sword blades, because they don't dull out like drawn swords. So you get consistent attack without having to replace parts as much. And, well, like I said before, this blade is really, really pretty. Maybe this is why I don't have a girlfriend. Anyways, why would you, get this bay? What's your strats? So, obviously we need to find a bunch of combos, but that's a lot of work, you know? Like, finding a bunch of combos and parts you can't even, afford? Well, that's where I come in. I'm gonna show off 5 different combos that I like using with this bay, and I'm gonna show them off. Now, the first combo I'm gonna show off is DranBrave 760 Rush. So, right now, 760 is the heaviest ratchet, well, for 60 height at least, and Rush has great control, which is what Vortex lacks of. So, well, Vortex does have control, but Rush has much more. So, the 760 ratchet gives nice deflection properties, which helps attack better, I guess. On to the next combo. Up next, we have DranBrave on 360 low flat. Low flat brings it, well, lower to the ground. 360 gives great synergy to the blade, and it restores most of the attack power that is usually lost with its large hits. Now, our next combo is going to be a combination of Drawn Buster and Drawn Sword. So, you may be asking, well, Bibbo, what are we going to take from these two bays? Well, let's take a look at Drawn Buster. So, what we mainly want is the ratchet or the bit for this. So, I'm going to take the 160 ratchet, because the 160 ratchet focuses everything on one point and gives a lot of good, rebound ability. So let's put that on there. And obviously, if we already have a ratchet, we need to take the bit off drawn sword, which is the flat bit. So our combo is going to be DranBrave slash 160 flat. I've messed around with this combo a bit. It is based off a funny Phoenix Wing combo I saw, and I think it works very well for DranBrave. So that's like the third or fourth combo. Yeah, so now, what's the fifth combo? Well, that's up to you, because every single blader has their own playstyle, and every single blader likes using what they want to use. So I find this top 5 really stupid. I just want to give ideas. This is not supposed to be, oh, you should try this combo, oh, you should try this or that. This is merely a guideline, so you can look at these combos, assemble them, take what you want from them, and then make your own combos. Because I don't really like the top 5 videos. They're extremely arbitrary, and they do not help the blader at all, besides those stinky meta players. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant, I guess, about DranBrave. And like, subscribe, all that jazz. And thanks for watching. Biba out.
Out.